I am incredibly pleased to introduce the Impact Award that is going to Mr. Robert Silvers today. He is the Undersecretary for Strategy, Policy, and Plans at the Department of Homeland Security, and he was confirmed by the Senate on August 5th, 2021. In his current role, he is responsible for driving policy implementation across all of the Department of Homeland Security's missions, including counterterrorism, cybersecurity, infrastructure security, and resilience, border security, immigration, international affairs, trade, and economic security. I'm sure we could add 5 more things to that. But this heavy load he holds because of his wealth of experience in the field of cybersecurity and national security. He previously served as an Assistant Secretary for Cyber Policy during the Obama and Biden administration, where he oversaw private sector engagement, federal government incident response, diplomatic outreach pertaining to cybersecurity and emerging technology. Mr. Silvers has also previously served as the DHS Deputy Chief of Staff, managing the execution of policy and operation priorities for the entire department. Prior to his appointment, he was a partner at a law firm, Paul Hastings, where he practiced focus on cybersecurity and data privacy. We see this quite often in his background, again, steeping and making him an expert. But he also looked at the intersection of law and national security. After graduating from law school, he did clerk for Judge Kim McLean Ward of the U.S. Court of Appeals in the Ninth Circuit. He holds a JD from the New York University School of Law and a BA from the University of Pennsylvania. I would like to just mention a couple of things that really garnered this Impact Award for him, because what he did was chairing the Cybersecurity Safety Review Board. The board does derive half of their members from people who are leading cyber luminaries, and he is the one that leads that to some of the world's leading software security and engineering experts. Their first review is a little thing, you may have heard of it, it was called Log4j. If you haven't, we can talk afterwards, but he really, that was an attempt at a joke. Coffee, or more alcohol. But what really makes it so amazing are the things that he has lived under. To say that he has been busy over the past couple of years is an understatement. He's worked through SolarWinds incident of a shutdown of the Colonial Pipeline, the ransomware cases last year, a heightened tension around the Ukraine crisis, which turned into something more than a crisis, an extortion focused on hacking collective known as Lapis. It is safe to say the risk landscape right now is as intensive as it's ever been, and that's why the Impact Award today will go to someone that will continue to have a long-lasting legacy on the impact of this critical infrastructure. I would like to introduce the award winner for this year, Mr. Robert Silvers.
Candace, thank you so very much. Thank you, Parham. Thank you to ICIT. I love this community because we are the guardians. We are the community of people that see the technologies that change and drive our world and that so many people benefit from, and put ourselves to the task of building an architecture of security around that so that people can continue to enjoy and prosper and benefit. Even if they don't think about those things every day, we do. And that's what allows us to thrive. And it takes a community to do that, a community made up of those from industry, those from think tanks, those in our government, researchers, academics, and more. And it takes conveners like the ICIT to bring all those people together to make positive change. And when we think about the kind of actions, the kind of changes that are needed to take on the challenges at the intersection of security and technology and critical infrastructure over the next 100 years, we need transformational change. It's not enough to tweak or work in increments, or to accept the current model as the right one and just see what we can do from there. We need to reinvent how we work to secure a society that is increasingly reliant on technology to deliver essential services to people around the world. And in this administration, we have taken on that challenge of driving transformational change. We've done that in the field of cybersecurity through, friend Jen Easterly is here, through the creation of the Joint Cyber Defense Collaborative at CISA, through the Cyber Safety Review Board, through the President's national strategy to secure cyberspace. And we are focused not just on lowering barriers between government and industry and critical infrastructure owners and operators, but to actually dissolving those barriers. When you look at models like the Cyber Safety Review Board, like the JCDC, this is not the usual order of government doing some meetings, but then deciding once the doors are closed what it's going to do. These are models where the decisions are made jointly in the room and put out for the public benefit as joint public-private output. And that's new, and we're going to continue building on that as we implement the President's executive order on artificial intelligence, as we promulgate guidance to critical infrastructure on how to safely and securely deploy artificial intelligence into its operations, as we stand up a new artificial intelligence safety and security board that the Secretary of Homeland Security is going to personally chair alongside luminaries of industry, and take on every other frontier that we need to make sure that the benefits of these technologies can be realized in a sustainable way. And it's people in this room that give us the fuel to do that really critical work. So again, my thanks to ICIT and to everyone here. I appreciate it.